I'm Sarah. I've lost track of what episode this is, but we're going to talk about wrapping the little toes. I've had a lot of requests, so I'm going to try not to talk too much because I think it's going to take 10 minutes or so. I use this on, this is little rooster legs, mice, this little, what is this, meerkat, chipmunks, anything that I think, you know, it's cute to have little fingers. So you need 26 gauge wire. This is a cloth wrap, so the wool sticks to it really well. This is available in my Etsy shop. And you also need beeswax. This is also in my Etsy shop. It's 2 ounces. It will last you forever. And it's nice because this is white beeswax. It's had the color removed, and it won't kind of discolor your wool. And then I use a little coffee heating pad type thing, and just a little glass tray that I got at the Goodwill to heat my wax. So that's what you need to get started. So we're gonna zoom in real close so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I wanted to show you how I actually build the armature for the toes first. And this would be a chipmunk or maybe a rat. But I took a half of that 26 gauge wire, and I already did one side, and I'm going to do the second side while you watch. So I usually start somewhere on the forearm and just wrap down. And then using this loop in the armature wire as kind of the palm of the animal's hand, I'm gonna wrap wire fingers coming off of that loop. So I'm gonna put it through the center. I always do 4 fingers. I don't know why. Same with the people. And then I want to determine how long I want the finger to be and kind of give it a sharp bend there. And then I'm going to put the wire back through the loop and pull it through. Sorry, I'm working at kind of a weird angle, so it's not going so as smoothly as I usually can. So that's one finger. And I'm just going to do that around this loop 4 times. So here's my second finger. And my third. Oh, that one was a little long. I'm kind of making it a little shorter. And my fourth. Just keep going back through that loop in the armature wire. And then the remainder, you just wrap around the arm back up. This is okay. I was going to say I could cut some off, but it's okay. Okay, and then with my needle nose pliers, you can give them a pinch just to make sure they're nice and tight. You can even give them a couple of twists to secure them further from moving around or slipping. I'm going to twist them up and then I'll put it down so you can see it. Alright, so we have 4 fingers on each hand. And I'm using the off-white core roving. It just shows up really well for you to see, and it actually works really well too. And so I take a small piece. I've got my waxes hot and ready to go. Very thin amounts. I mean, it depending on what you're making, you might even only use, you know, even less than that, half of that. Take some off. So I usually start by going around the wrist or hand a couple times to get it anchored. And then I decide which finger I'm going to wrap first. I'm going to do this one. So I bring the wool to that finger and just keeping it really tight on there, I wrap around. And when I get about halfway, I dip the finger into the hot beeswax so that that wire has a little bit of wax on it. And then I twist the wool right into that. And it kind of works like I'm kind of pulling this extra back and off as I go. It's because it gets a little thick. So just like an old-timey mustache, what is it called? A handlebar mustache? We're using the wax too. You could even put a little bit more on there. My fingers don't feel at this anymore. It might feel really hot to you, but I don't feel it anymore. So I'll do one more. Oh, and then the extra just, you know, pull off or use up around the wrist. So I'll do one more so you can see. It's tedious, but it's not hard. It's just tedious. The wax leaves the fingers a little bit sticky, which is actually good because it makes it easier for your little animal to hold on to things. Okay, so I'm going around this one. Dip it in the wax. Try to kind of crisscross over the hand in different directions to get that metal wire covered up in all the spaces. So when all four are done, I would take a thin amount of roving. I'll just show you on this hand. Just imagine that these two fingers are wrapped and kind of just go over the whole hand to secure everything, all your little ends down. And at that point, you could needle felt that a little bit. But keep it small amounts. You can always add a little more. And I think you're going to have success with not too much practice. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that it's not super mysterious or tricky. It's just tedious and might take a little bit of practice. But it works really well. And I like that it can keep your sculpture all natural. You know, we're not using glue or I don't know what else you could use, but I have, let's see, this was a chipmunk, this was a chipmunk. This guy I did a real dark color just to kind of imitate claws. So if you were doing something with claws, like a dragon or anything like that, it works too. Oh, and I also use it, I did my beaver's teeth this way. I left in the armature 2 wires for teeth and just wrapped and waxed them, and it worked out really well. So thanks again. See you next time.